That's super good. Now we will move on for the tail, and for the tail you will start round 1 to 5, the same thing from the ear. So here you repeat round 1 to 5. Once you finish with the round 5, you will stop on the last stitch, make a color change, and you will work for the round number 6, 15 single crochet. So here you just make a single crochet. I am working here with above, these 2 colors. Again, because I'm securing this yarn, I want to cut this yarn, so I just want to show you. Now you see here I did a single crochet, but before I finish, I will pull this yarn from the row underneath. Okay, this is what we want. It will give a nice effect on the tail of some uneven feelings. I don't know, like it's mixing the colors. So I'll work 2 single crochet, and on the 3rd you will pull it from the round underneath this round you're working. Okay, let's do that one more time here. So you work 2 single crochet. Just pay attention here, it's all single crochet. That's why I just put it the round that you will work 15 single crochet, because you will have 15 stitches at the end. So pull the yarn through it and pull it again from the round underneath, and you finished. At the end you will have this. You see, sometimes you can pull it from the round under or from the round under. So just one bigger, one smaller, and you'll have these strings. Okay, for this next round is just 7 single crochet, no effects, nothing. And now we will change again for the red of or the main color you're working your fox. Here we will do the same thing with the effects, okay? So 1 single crochet, another one, and then you pull it from the row under again. See? Put it down here, take it, give it some space, and finish your single crochet. It's a normal single crochet. You're just working to have this mix of the colors to look very nice at the end. You'll see. So 1, 2, I did normal single crochet. Now I'll do the single crochet with the big leg. Let's call it like this. Big leg, long leg. Very nice. Let's do it one more time. That's super great. Now let's take the leg. Ta-da! Very nice. I will finish this and I will show you the next steps. Good. You see we have these effects here, which I think it's very nice. It's up to you. If you want to make just a single crochet, go for it. So now for round 9 and 10, it's 15 single crochet, so no legs going anywhere here. Just work your simple single crochet and that's it. I will catch you up at the end. My fridge started. I don't know if you heard that. Okay, so now we will start with the decreases. So for round 11, you'll work 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, and you repeat 3 times. And here you'll have a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round. You're almost done with the tail. Okay, this is great. Now let's move on. For round 12, you'll work 12 single crochet. Very nice. Here you'll just work your 12 single crochet, and I will catch you up at the end of this round, so we'll move on. All right? Super good. We can see some tail shaping forming here. Now for the round 13, you'll work 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 3 times, and you should have 9 stitches at the end of this round. Okay. So you work all your repetitions here. This is my first decrease, and I will catch you up at the end of this round so we can continue. Super good. Now for round 14 and last one, you will work 9 single crochet. Okay? Super good. This is done, you see. Look, this is very nice. You add a little bit of stuffing material here. You don't need to stuff too much. And you want to leave the beginning, you see, a little bit without the stuffing material. So you don't stuff completely all the way until the end because we want our tail to move a little bit. Great, and now we'll start here with the color that you did, the changes from the Chubby Fox with the magic ring. And you'll work 6 single crochet inside this magic ring. Okay, here now we're working with the detail of the snout of our Chubby Fox. Okay, for the second round you'll work 6 increases and you will have 12 single crochet here at the end of this round. I'm moving a little bit fast because we've worked this beginning a couple of times. And once you finish with the second round, don't forget to secure your yarn, secure the beginning of the yarn, use a sewing needle to help you. Super good. And now we'll move on for our next round here. So we'll add this stitch marker and you will work for the third round, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and you will repeat 6 times. You will have 18 stitches at the end of this round. And we will stop here. This is our last round with the increases. Okay? That's super good. Let me add here my stitch marker, and now for rounds number 4 and 5, you will work 18 single crochet. So you do 2 rounds here just with 18 single crochet. Then we are done crocheting our details. We will start assembling our Chubby Fox. Okay, super good. So this is how it should be looking, the snout. Once you're done, you cut the yarn, you leave a tail for sewing. And now let's start assembling this Chubby Fox. You see this line? It's in between the beginning of the fox and the color changes behind the fox should be in the central part. This is just for myself. I like to be symmetrical in these positions. And I will show you here how I sew my toys, because I think this is a very important part of the amigurumi, you know. So I fasten this very nice with pins where I think it looks symmetrical to me. The exact position that I'm sewing these ears is in the written pattern, so you can check that out, or you can see it here and go with the position that you think it looks more symmetrical to you, that it looks nicer to you. You take 1 stitch from the chubby body, like this, and 1 stitch from the detail you are sewing it. That I will show you now here. Go slowly. If necessary, you can unravel some of the parts. See here, 1 stitch here. So 1 stitch from the chubby body, 1 stitch from the detail you were sewing it. That's how you should be doing. Okay? Check the exact position in the written pattern. And that's it. Basically, how you're gonna sew this. Alright, here I want to show you the turning point, which is here, one row above the color changes. Now you see, beginning it's sewing it, now here it's where I'm gonna do. So I'll finish this and I'll catch you up here. Alright, so now it's very important here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You find the 6 stitches from the central part of the chubby body face. Okay, find the 6 stitches, add some stitch markers so you know where is it, and you insert you're going to start working with the red here. We are going to create this red part of the top of the snout. So here I use a pin just to secure the beginning of my yarn, and later we will secure that and hide this tail, of course. This is not just for beginning. So you chain 1 here and you will work single crochet in this front loop of the 6 stitches that you found it here in the central part of the chubby face. Okay, don't forget that the stitch that you started it's counted as the first stitch, of this detail we are working. It's a very fast detail to make. So here you work the 6 single crochet. Now I arrive at here on the 5th. I can remove now this marker, I don't need it anymore. Okay, that's nice. So now we work in rows, okay? So you chain 1, you turn your toy. I turn in a very different way. Now for round 2 and 3, you'll just work 6 single crochet. So at the end of every round, every row, just remember to chain 1 and then turn, chain 1 and then turn. This chain 1 does not count as one stitch, it's just to give the height of the stitch. Alright, so we'll catch you up here after these 2 rows. Great, now here we'll start doing some decreases. So for the row number 4, you will work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, another decrease, 2 single crochet, and you chain 1. So it's very simple. Here you will decrease 2 stitches. Okay, this is super good. I just made a confusion here. At the end here now it's 1 single crochet. I said 2 single crochet before. Ha. Okay, so now for row number 5, you will crochet just 4 single crochet. Okay, and then we will be done with this detail. Alright, super good. Now we'll cut this yarn. I will also leave here a tail for sewing because we will sew this in the snout later on. Okay, this is great. Now here I will secure this yarn and hide this tail. As I told you, we would do it in the beginning of this detail when we started. Okay, we'll move fast forward here. Great. Now the snout here, you're gonna sew it under this detail we just made, under these 6 stitches. And you're going to take this white part, this beige part that we work. I will just pin this here so it's not falling while I'm sewing it. And here you add some pins so you secure the snout in the position that you want. This is great, and you will start sewing it in the same way that I show you for the ears, okay? You take one stitch from the chubby body and one stitch from the snout. So this is how you're going to work all the way around. And here you notice that I haven't added the stuffing material yet, which we will add before we finish sewing it, because now if we add the stuffing material here, it's a bit awkward to sew it. You were taking the stuffing material all the time while you were doing it. I will show you how. Here I just want to show you how I sew the details. You just go check sometimes if your detail haven't moved, organize it, so you make sure that it's where you want it to be. Okay, so this is what I mentioned here. Before finishing, you add a little bit of stuffing material here. You see there is just a little bit of stuffing material and a little bit of the opening. Okay, this is great. And now you can continue and then finally finish this detail. I will leave you here. Once you finish, you come back and let's continue. Good. Now you can remove this pin that you were securing the top of the fox, Chubby Fox. And you can start sewing this detail around. I'll just use more pins here to secure what I want it to be exactly. Okay, now you're gonna sew it around here of this detail. All right, so let's add this in the sewing needle, and it's very simple here. It's super easy how you're gonna sew this. I will show you the beginning. Just make sure there is this straight line in the middle of the snout, so it's a nice size, and it's covering this part of the Chubby Fox. It's looking very nice, this. Okay, once you're done with one side, you'll move the needle to the other side and continue sewing it. Okay, this is how it should be looking, and now let's move on for the pose. This is the central part of the pose, you see? This will be our guide to our 4 paws around here. The center should be in the middle of all the paws around. So we'll start sewing it 2 by 2. So here I use again some pins to fasten this, so it doesn't move, and we'll add the pins and fasten with the pins the 2 legs, the 2 first legs of the fox. So we have a nice central guide of where all the 4 of the legs will be. Alright, so now let's start sewing this. Here again, I will show you how I start and how I start sewing the little legs of this chubby fox. So always you take 1 stitch from the body and 1 stitch from the detail that you were sewing it. And remember, if you have 12 stitches on the detail, that means you'll take all the 12 stitches once you're sewing it. If you skip 1 or 2, it's gonna be seen. So try to figure and find all the stitches so you can insert your yarn inside and it will look very nice and neat. So count. If you have 12 here, like for these legs, for example, here you take 1 stitch from the body. Yes, then you should count that you have, you see, I take 1 stitch here, so 1 less stitch from the 12 to go. Okay, so here I finished the 2, and you see the central part is here. I forgot to mention to add a little bit of stuffing material in the legs. Okay? So you see here my central part. And once you finish, you see the center is there, all the 4 legs are around. That's great. Super pretty. Now let's move on and start sewing this chubby tail. Okay, it's again the same thing. You find the position here. All the positions are in the written pattern in the description below. You can check that out. I will sew this here. That's super good. Find the best position that it looks nice to you. You take 1 stitch from the body, 1 stitch from the detail. Okay, once you're done, this is how it should be looking like. It's very nice and you can see it's moving, so that's why we didn't add stuffing material too much until the top. Now we will work here with the brown, a little bit a detail of the tip of the snout of this chubby fox. So here you just work 6 single crochet in a magic ring, and now once you finish the 6 single crochet, you join with a slip stitch. Right, cut the yarn, leave a tail for sewing it. I will bring this yarn to the back, as I always do before sewing. And here it's a very small and nice detail on the tip of this snout. Okay, so again I will fasten this with the pin. And once you finish sewing it, this is how it will be looking like. Now I will show you how I embroider the eyes. I will go just a little bit faster here because it's a slow process, but you can see it pretty much how it's done. All the positions is in the link in the description below of this, of where I sew this beautiful sleepy eyes of this chubby fox. You see, always go slow and you make the details. I'll make now 3 lashes here. Alright, this is looking very nice. And I will move on now for the other side here. Okay, so this is the final result for these eyes. The position is there in the link in the description. And now here with this light color, I will make some sparkles and final details in this chubby fox. So here you will just work, you see I start in the central part of the head and you will work more straight to give some nice mixed colors of this chubby fox. You do a couple of them here and I will catch you up for the final detail on its ears. Super good. And once you're done making those details, it is how it's looking, super cute. Now with the same color yarn, you bring this to the ear and we will make a couple of lines here also, as well as we did on the forehead of the chubby fox. We will do it now in the ears of the chubby fox, okay? It's a very simple, super easy and fast detail to make, and this is the final detail we are working, and this fox will be done super soon. So here you bring your yarn, and now you will do a couple of times these lines, which will assemble the inside of the ears, okay? So I'll move fast forward here, and we can see the result at the end. Okay, this is super cute. And ta-da, our fox is ready. I really hope you enjoyed this pattern, and I'll see you on the next time. Have a good day. Bye.